pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming from my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's on data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it.
Everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
One.
Mariota to throw it this time. Being chased, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 3rd down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. He finds an open man, Simpson. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early on.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To the air again, Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third and long here for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well.
Right,
run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Play action. It's Darnold. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll try to run for it with Yelder. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Mariota now on 2nd down. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Play fake. Mariota. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Past the 20. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On play action, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left, and that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Faking the give, Darnold. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this time out.
Lucky 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run with Morris. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Dancing to his left. He's to the 10, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 21-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the Giants send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the